Hey there, traders and investors. It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Tuesday, May 25th. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing as the topic of the day, XRP and whether or not that was our bottom at 65 cents. So we'll discuss what to expect from here, whether or not we can be heading back to all-time highs as our next potential move, and what is the target, right? Are we heading to $5, $10, $100, the moon? Let me know in the comments below if you've got a price target or if you think that was our bottom on XRP. I'll put some timestamps in the description below as well. But before we jump into the XRP chart and the broader market, we're going to look at some news and events on the day. So Ripple is on the 2021 CNBC Disruptor 50 companies list along with RippleNet member and Robinhood. So you can see here Robinhood, Stripe, Discord among the top, and 38th position was Ripple. So a little ironic that under an SEC investigation, but also being recognized as a top 50 disruptive companies. A little odd and found that interesting, but also found out today that Ripple is adding NFT support on the XRP ledger to minimize gas fees. So there's so many different utilities and use cases for XRP lately. It is absolutely insane. We've got Flare and Codius coming down the pipe as well. So lots of potential. Biden administration is reportedly reviewing gaps in the crypto regulation. And we also found out that the Federal Reserve is exploring a central bank digital currency similar to the China digital yuan. And we know that the rest of the world isn't going to just let China lead that without any competition. And I think that we're going to see a huge push on this, and it's going to be a main focus for most countries, specifically the United States. So a CBDC rollout would require Congress to give the Federal Reserve more authority, says U.S. central bank official. And we also saw that Bank of Indonesia on track to release a digital CBDC, a digital currency as well. So we're starting to see more and more countries follow suit. And I think that XRP is going to stand to benefit the most from this. And we know that the more countries that have a central bank digital currency, the more that they're going to need to be able to communicate with other central bank digital currencies. And that's where XRP comes in as a bridge currency to facilitate cross-border payments, that type of thing. It's going to make things cheaper, faster, more reliable, just a win-win-win for all parties involved. And as we know, they settle transactions in about 3 to 5 seconds, so it's essentially instant. And I think XLM, XRP are going to benefit extremely well from that, especially with the green narrative that we're seeing lately. But moving on to the XRP chart and crypto space, we are bouncing back nicely here from the bloodbath over the weekend. We did see another lower low on XRP. We were down 67% from the recent highs. And personally, I do think that the bottom is in. We hit the 200-day moving average at 67 cents. We dipped below it. We hit 65, but nice lower wick there. And we had these previous tops, which were resistance acting and confirming as support. And the fact that we had that huge lower wick and massive bounce off that 200-day moving average is giving good direction and good signs that we could be heading back up to all-time highs from here. And just zooming out a little bit, you can see here that we could be in our second corrective wave and gearing up for another potential impulse move. And if that were the case, we could be heading to all-time highs and beyond. Personally, I think $5 and $10 is extremely likely this bull cycle. But I do think the bottom is in. Again, let me know in the comments below if you believe the bottom is in. What's your price target? But lack of resistance here on the daily on XRP. I loaded up the truck. I think I filled it around 67 cents. So I said we got as low as 65 cents. I had some buy orders that got filled as well. Basically staggered them in, but I added more when we broke support at 82. I added even more to my position, and I think I filled around 67, 68 cents. But from the lows, we were up about 65%. XLM had a huge bounce as well. And we had that support line here from this megaphone pattern, but we also had support at 25 cents. We got as low as 27. So this was an awesome entry. And I know a lot of people in our group took this trade as well, but up about 100%. It was up over 86% in one day. And you could have entered off of that support trend line, and the recent support at 25 cents would have been a very, very low risk, essentially risk 2 pennies. Well, in terms of percent, we'll just use percent. So risk 5-6% to make upwards of 80 to 90% seems like good risk to reward to me. And XLM and XRP were the cryptocurrencies of choice for me on that recent dip. I'm not holding any Bitcoin at the moment. When Bitcoin got over 50 and 60,000, that's basically when I lost interest and started to focus on altcoins. We did see Bitcoin dominance go up, but I think that is just because of the fear picking up in the market. And we knew that it was eventually going to come, right? I mean, we ran too hard, too fast, for too long. And on the monthly chart, we hadn't consolidated from $9,800. So, I mean, look back to where we were a year ago, just over a year ago at $3,800, and we hit a high of 65,000. So obviously a pullback, even from 30,000 from the low there at $3,800, you know, we're still up 7 or 8x, right? So we know that things are going to consolidate. They don't just go up in a straight line. So many people saying, you know, Bitcoin's, you know, more stable than the S&P 500. We're not going to see any more than a 5 to 10% pullback. And just in a couple days, we see some names pull back over 50%. So it can happen. It will happen. It'll happen again. And until, you know, the industry is more regulated and we see more financial institutions come in, I still think there's a ton of upside. Obviously, we have, you know, green issues, sustainability issues, environmental issues that need to get addressed with proof of work. But again, I think that's why XRP stands to benefit a whole ton. And I do not think that this market is over, but look, the bull market is over. But look at the resistance here, the lack of resistance on XRP from the low. We had no daily resistance all the way up to $1.70. That's about 160, 170% of upside without any daily resistance. And that came after we broke out of that pennant bearish. We had a bull trap there, but failed to break 176, ended up being a bull trap, and Bitcoin and the fear of the markets ended up just crashing the price. But again, expecting a potential bottom here at 65 cents. And you could even draw this support line here as well using these real candle bodies. And we're holding that support line and never closed a candle below it. So personally, I loaded up the truck. I think there's a lot more better days and greener days ahead for XRP. XRP and XLM are my top two picks at the moment. And taking a look at the weekly chart, we do have the 10-week moving average at $1.12, so that could act as resistance if we do get there. I think we had 107 was the high here from that low at 65 cents. We're almost up 100% from the low at 65, which is pretty incredible. On the weekly chart, we still have yet to test the weekly moving averages. 50 weekly down at 49 cents. So if we do lose the low at 65 cents, that could be a potential area, but I really don't think we're going to get there. I think that that's our temporary bottom being set. And again, we bounced off the 200-day moving average there at 67 cents, and we're trying to hold the 100-day moving average at 93. So nice to see. And then we'll be watching the 50-day moving average up at $1.35 as well as a potential resistance area. We are holding the 20 weekly moving average here as well, and we're still above the weekly VWAP down at 56 cents. So moving on, we'll take a look at the we'll take a look at the broader market and the S&P 500. So mentioned today to private members that we should be cautious. We were closer to resistance and all-time highs than we were support, and it's been a while since we consolidated on the daily time frame. We have no support down to a 405.33, and we held the low of yesterday, so we've still yet to start daily consolidation. So we'll be watching for the low of the day today to hold tomorrow at 417.62. But we could potentially see a gap down open tomorrow. It is set up for that. And if we did see quite a bit of weakness into the end of the day today, and if we do lose that 417.62, then daily consolidation will be underway. And we could be heading back down to the 415, 414 area, just looking for another daily higher low. But keep in mind that we have no support down to 405. So we could pull back from here essentially 3% just looking for a daily high or low, but we did break out of that daily equilibrium bullish, and we're back in a daily uptrend, and we are very close to all-time highs. But like I said, wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of consolidation here on the daily time frame and a pullback to around the 415 area. So the dollar saw a new lower low today and continues to be weak. The tech sector, so bounced on the daily today, saw a new higher high, and again ended up pulling back, but we're still in a daily uptrend on QQQ, very similar to SMH, and we saw SMH and QQQ were strong today while the financial sector was weak. So financial sector started daily consolidation today, so continue to see that rotation. While tech is weak, financial sector is strong, or vice versa. So we'll continue to monitor that correlation. We know SPY is not going to see any significant dip unless all of our sectors are trending lower at the same time. Oil broke out today. Saw a new higher high, but ended the day with a doji, so a little bit of indecision there. And the metals continue to be strong. Gold showing more strength here than silver, breaking out on the daily. We saw a new higher high. We're right at 1899, so 1900. We are daily overbought as well, so it's time to be a little cautious in terms of the RSI levels, but we've got a lack of resistance now till 1959, and we've been targeting 1959 and just extremely bullish on gold in this channel for a while now. And the healthcare sector started daily consolidation as well. Potential for a daily bull flag though, after hitting a new all-time high last week. So congrats to the bulls there. Taking a look at some individual names, Tesla. So daily inside bar on watch today into tomorrow. We could potentially see another inside bar and tightening range, but on the bull and bear list, we had MVMD, SPCE, and DDD. And on the bull list, we had AMC, GME, and Coinbase. So congrats to the bulls there, AMC and GME. Volatility and risk on appetite is obviously back in full force with AMC almost 20% of upside, GME almost 20% as well. So I know a couple of people in our group took an AMC position, so congrats to the bulls there. Going to end it there. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth, and we will see you tomorrow after market close. Take care, everyone.